It's almost 2 in the morning, you're finally drifting off. Then your brain clears its throat and whispers, "Hey, remember this?" And it replays something you said 7 years ago. A clumsy joke that landed wrong, a name you got wrong, a wave at someone who was waving at the person behind you. You physically cringe. In the dark. Alone. Years later. Why does your brain keep a perfect copy of your worst moment? Everyone has a private collection of these. Call it the cringe reel, and it is strangely, almost insultingly specific. You forget where you parked this morning. You forget a person's name 3 seconds after hearing it. But a 10-second embarrassment from a decade ago? Crystal clear. You remember what you wore, the exact words, the look on their face. Your brain deleted 1,000 ordinary days to protect this one moment, and it did that on purpose. This is not a glitch. It is one of the oldest survival systems you own, still running tonight. Most people think their memory is just broken or cruel. It isn't. It's doing precisely what it was built to do. And once you see what that is, the cringe loses most of its grip. But first you have to understand what embarrassment actually is to your brain. Start with a basic problem your brain faces every second. It cannot save everything. There is simply too much, so it has to choose what becomes a memory and what disappears. To choose, it tags each moment with one quiet question. Does this matter? The thing asking that question is a small, almond-shaped region, the amygdala. Think of the amygdala as your brain's emotional alarm. When a moment feels intense, it stamps it. Important? Keep this forever. Flat, boring moments fade out by morning. Emotionally charged moments get burned into long-term storage. This is why you remember exactly where you were during disasters and first kisses. And almost nothing feels more intense than being embarrassed in front of people. So that moment gets saved in high definition, with the feeling welded on. There's a reason embarrassment hits harder than almost any feeling. Most emotions are about the world around you. Embarrassment is about you, your image, your standing. It's the feeling of your social mask slipping in public. And your brain guards that mask as fiercely as it guards your body. But strong memory is only the start. It gets much stranger. Scientists once put people inside a brain scanner to play a simple game, just tossing a virtual ball between 3 players. Then 2 of the players slowly stopped passing to the third. That's it. No insults, just being quietly left out of a pointless game. And that tiny exclusion lit up the brain like a fire. It lit up the very same region that registers physical pain. To your brain, social rejection and a broken arm look nearly identical. In a follow-up study, researchers tried something almost absurd. They gave people a normal painkiller, the kind you take for a headache, and it measurably reduced the pain of being socially rejected. Sit with that. A pill for sore muscles dulled emotional hurt. That is how literally your brain treats embarrassment as a real injury. You already know this feeling in your body. You send a text, then realize it went to the wrong person. Your stomach drops. Your face goes hot. Your chest tightens. That is a full physical stress response to a purely social mistake. Your body reacts as if you were standing in real danger. So now you are holding an intense, painful, high-priority memory, and your brain does what it does with any threat to your safety. It files it as a warning, a bright red note that says, "Never again." The cringe is your brain rehearsing the danger so you avoid repeating it. It genuinely believes it is helping you survive. But this protection comes with a quietly devastating side effect. Every single time you replay the memory, you make it stronger. Memory is not a photo you pull from a drawer and slide back untouched. Each time you recall something, you rewrite it before you put it away. So lying awake replaying the moment is not reviewing it, it is re-recording it. Louder, sharper, more vivid every time. You are quietly sharpening the same knife that keeps cutting you. And trying to force the memory away only feeds it. Tell yourself, do not think about it, and it does the exact opposite. The effort to suppress a thought keeps that thought active. So the harder you fight the cringe, the louder it gets. And there's a reason these attacks ambush you late at night. During the day, your attention is full. Tasks, screens, people. But when you finally go still, your mind begins to wander. And a wandering brain does something specific. It scans for unfinished business. Old social threats are the definition of unfinished business. So the moment you stop being busy, the real quietly starts to play. Your brain is also rigged to favor the bad over the good. You can collect 5 compliments and 1 insult in a single day. Guess which one it serves you, on a platter, at 2 a.m. Scientists call this the negativity bias, and it once kept you alive. The ancestor who forgot a compliment lost nothing. The ancestor who forgot a threat lost their life. So, your brain evolved to grip the bad and let the good slip away. Notice something about your cringe reel. So much of it is teenage. That is not an accident. The teenage brain is intensely self-aware. It feels watched in every moment by an invisible audience. So those years got encoded with the volume turned all the way up. Decades later, those are the memories that still make you flinch. But here is the part that should genuinely change how you feel. You are convinced that everyone saw it, that they all still remember. Psychologists decided to test that exact feeling. They made students put on a deeply embarrassing t-shirt, then walk into a room late in front of a group of strangers. Afterward, they asked each student one simple question. How many people in that room do you think noticed your shirt? The students were sure. About half the room, easily, had clocked it. The real number was less than a quarter. Everyone else was too busy worrying about themselves to even look up. Psychologists named it the spotlight effect. You feel like the lit star on a stage everyone is watching. You are actually just another face in a distracted crowd. And even on the rare day someone does notice, watch what happens. They do not judge you nearly as harshly as you judge yourself. We see other people's slip-ups as human, even a little endearing. We save the real cruelty only for ourselves. Think of the last time you watched someone trip or misspeak. You probably forgot it in seconds. You may have felt for them. That is exactly how the world treats your moments too. So let's assemble the whole picture at once. The moment that has tortured you for years has one strange feature. Almost everyone who witnessed it forgot it within minutes. You are the only person left on Earth still keeping that memory alive. You are the sole guard of a prison that holds exactly one inmate, you. But why would your brain build something so painful and so pointless? Here's the part almost nobody ever tells you. For nearly all of human history, you lived in a small tribe. Your survival depended entirely on that group accepting you. There was no surviving alone in the wild. Alone simply meant dead. So your brain learned one brutal, simple rule: do not get rejected. Embarrassment became the alarm for that rule, a signal flashing that you might have just risked your place in the group. And your brain treats that alarm as a genuine life or death emergency. That is why one clumsy sentence can feel like a real catastrophe. Your ancient wiring cannot tell a small slip from being cast out forever. So the cringe is not your brain malfunctioning. It is your brain frantically trying to protect you. It is just protecting you from a tribe that vanished thousands of years ago. Today, a single awkward moment costs you almost nothing at all. But the alarm doesn't know that. It still screams like your life is on the line. So the next time the 2 a.m. replay begins, name it for what it is. It is not evidence that you are awkward, or broken, or unlovable. It is an overprotective alarm, still guarding a door that no longer exists. And there is something almost gentle hidden inside that pain. The cringe only hurts because belonging genuinely matters to you. Someone who didn't care about other people would feel absolutely nothing. Your embarrassment is simply the price of being wired to connect. So here is the one thing actually worth carrying with you. Every single person you have ever met is running their own cringe reel. They are far too busy replaying their own moments to recall yours. The memory that defines your worst night left their mind years ago. To the entire world, the thing you cannot forget is already long forgotten. You are allowed to finally set it down because everyone else already has. If you want to understand why your brain clings to things it should release, the psychology of letting go is your next video.